No tak jo, borky, my jdeme na to zpátky do Hogwarts Legacy, další den, kdy tuhle tu hru hrajeme, nevím jestli je to třetí nebo čtvrtý den, jsme level 13 a měli bychom se dostat někam dál. Koukneme tady do úkolů, co tam máme. Zadání profesorky, vyhněte se nepřátelským útokům hodem na vyhnutí. 2 z 10, tak to ještě nemůžeme. Můžeme ztracený astrolab vrátit, pak se uvidí. Tady vrátíme astrolab. Já myslím, že se mi to uložilo, ale asi ne teda.
I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
Jasně.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me. And for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again.
Okay.
And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
OK. Quest splněn. Dostali jsme nějakou masku. Dostali jsme 180 expů. Co si za kolej? Havraspár. Jo, Havraspár. Já nevím, co budeme dělat, ale potřeboval bych se dneska naučit lítat na koštěti. Jdeme tady na hodinu lektvarů a to lítání určitě taky brzo dostaneme. Jdeme zpátky, asi by bylo dobré si tam portnout, co? To je rychlejší. Kde to tak je, ty bradavice? Tady ještě žádný nemáme. Tak třeba sem. Good. OK. Jinak já jsem Kuba, tohle je můj streamuju už 7 let a baví mě to. Hrajeme všechno možný, dole v popisku máš seznam dohraných her rovnou s odkazem na YouTube, tak se můžeš podívat, jestli chceš. Mám svoje 2 kanály. Mám herní kanál, což je Boušovo Hraní, a mám svůj hlavní kanál Kuba Bouša na YouTube. Tak se můžeš podívat, co dělám, jestli mě neznáš ještě. Ok, dík, jasně, rádo se stalo. Kolik si dal za tu hru? Koupil jsem jim ten vydání, no, nebo připlatil jsem si, že jsem mohl hrát o 4 dny dřív, tak jsem za to dal asi 1500 nebo 2000. To hraju po druhý. Už jsem to jednou dohrál za Nebelvír, to můžeš vidět na mém Boušovo Hraní kanále. Tam je celá hra dohraná. Ale teď to hrajeme po druhý, protože Vánoce jsou super čas na to si zahrát něco z Harryho Pottera. Tak jdeme na lektvary. Ale teď jsem ji viděl docela levně, asi za 20 € jsem viděl Hogwarts Legacy. Takže teď se to dá sehnat už docela levně. Dobrý den, ale čau, vítej. Jak se vede? Co nového? Zdravíčko. Zdravíčko, pane.
You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion.
Wiggenweld potion,
Mr.
okay.
Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp.
Professor
The
Sharp.
Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own.
Ok, uvaříme si potion. Dobře se máš, nic nového, jak to? Nic neděláš, nic se neděje. Kdo nic nedělá, nic neskazí, to je dobrý. Jak se vede tobě, ale jo, dobrý, docela mě to baví v práci.
Please be meticulous when
Teď mi
adding
končí
powder to your
smlouva, tak
potions.
doufám, že mi ji
One
prodlouží.
errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Že nebudu muset hledat něco jiného. To má být jako Snape? Ne, to je 200 let před Harry Potterem. To jsou učitelé, kteří tam byli 200 let před ním. Ale je to stejný učitel jako tam, no. Je to něco jako Snape, ale v téhle hře.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Tak co, sbírej až Vendrova vejce, kožešinu z temného křížence, kde to vezmu jako...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Ano, slyšel jste
He did say
správně.
that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a
Weasley,
prodigy with
hello,
potions, if I do
Další
say so
Weasley.
myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
Můžem
She's my
procet, se ti
aunt.
smlouva prodlouží?
Keeps
Jo,
an
jo.
eye on me for
Děkuju,
comfort.
děkuju. Taky doufám, no.
She can't be
Nic
everywhere.
neříkali, že bych měl
Listen,
končit, tak zatím...
Anyone with a troll-sized brain
Teď
can
tam
brew
budu
a
rok,
Jules
no,
potion.
prvního.
I'm working on something
A nevím,
that's
jestli se do
certain
toho
to be
počítá
spectacular.
zkušebka, nebo ne.
I'm just missing one
To měl
tiny
taky
last
nějakou smlouvu jenom na
ingredient
3
to add that extra
měsíce.
spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not...
Tak, kožešina. Je to tak. Pepírko. Ty jsou plně vybavené. Aha. Jdeme prodat, borci. Ještě pírko. Tady. To máme. Dobré.
Here's the Fwooper feather you
Brilliant!
wanted.
Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Okay. Mám čekat nějak, nebo co?
Potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be
Chybějící
thorough.
uvař Erudus. Aha. OK. 30 vteřin. Máme počkat, nebo co? Uvař Erudus. Zvětší obranu, pokryje tvé tělo tvrdou kamennou kůží. Aha, dobře. Dobře, dobře.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror.
Wait, it's not supposed to.
Professor Sharp.
Hovořil lektor Erudus, co tady? Co se tu děje?
Dragon Dog!
Hraje se synem Fortnite, nehraju, nemám syna. Nemám syna. To není můj syn, to je jiný streamer.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edgerus potion, as you
Sorry.
asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
OK. Kdo je ten v shortech na YouTube? To je ten streamer právě. On sem chodí už dlouho. Spider Gamer má přezdívku v chatu. Nevím, jestli je v chatu, ale když tak je tam jako Spider Gamer. Ale level 13? Furt? Nedá to 14? Škoda. Tak máme jenom zadání profesorky Hekatové a naučíme se za to Expelliarmus. To by se mi hodilo. Dostali jsme poštu. Pana Ollivandera v prasinkách, tak jo. Aspoň máme co dělat. Pane Ollivandře. Prasinky. Ollivander je kde? Jo, tady.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Jasně.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw.
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no what. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand-maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh, yes. It's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster. No, nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return, and that power is immeasurable.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts, always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
OK. Takže máme jít do Sovince. Můžeme se tam někam portnout.
Gardens at Hogwarts are impressive. Do you think garlic
Chce hrát Gobstony, tenhle.
What are you doing out here?
Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent, outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class. Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A test of a witch or wizard's mettle. What say?
OK, dáme si.
Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. Try to beat that.
Má 30, jo? Ne.
Missed the mark a bit on that one.
To nebylo šťastné koule.
All in the wrist. Accio.
Dobrý.
Damn one.
Tímhle bych potřeboval pade, co? Ne. Já jsem dal přesně 0 bodů.
I've seen worse. Wait, did I win? I won!
Já jsem prohrál.
We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
Ne.
Another time, perhaps.
Can't say I blame you. Perhaps come back when you're a bit more prepared to beat someone of my skill.
Přijdi k tabuli. Prozkoumej Sovinec. Tyční kámen, ty pak budou zapotřebí, no. Na vaření lektvaru. Houby. Další houby. Se hodí.
Statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Inventáře plný, jo. Jo, pročít, to jsem to měl prodat. Měl bych je začít prodávat.
Don't mind me, owls. I'm here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? I'd best keep looking. No statues here. Oh, I'll take that, thank you. Nothing. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
Sochy na jejich bydýlka. Žádnou další sochu už nevidím. Tamhle padla.
I'd best keep looking.
Jedna. První soška nám chybí.
Here's a welcome surprise. No statues here.
Tak co, nějaká soška?
What's happening?
Dobré.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So, Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learnt it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Avelia.
Tady máme stránku. Level 14, dámy a pánové. Co říkáš lidem, co nemají dělat? Co jsem řekl, pavouku? No, asi si dáme chvíli pauzu. V popise streamu, už vím, co myslíš, už vím. Musím se naučit odzbrojující kouzlo. Už to na sebe navazuje. Dík tabuli vyvolávacího dvora. Potřebujeme úspěšně vyhnout nepřátelům. Takže budeme muset farmit svět. Kde jsme? Tady. Tak se půjdeme podívat sem. Na tohle. Budeme sehnat nějaký nepřátelé. Gridovo jeskyňka. Jak jsou na tom tvoje statistiky streamu? Na co se ptáš konkrétně? Pár měsíčních kamenů, to se bude hodit, ale jak se dostanu nahoru? Tady musí být nějaká stezka. Fialový. No nic, dáme si chvíli pauzu, doběhneme k tomu. Dáme si chvíli pauzu. Budeme pokračovat za chvíli s něčím. Dobré, doupě měsíčňáka.